Hi, my name is Andrea Randolph, and today I'm going to talk about the Wells Fargo fake account scandal. I'll be analyzing this scandal using deontology, which focuses on duties, rights, and doing what's morally right, no matter the consequence. Basically, deontology asks, am I doing what I'm supposed to do, ethically, not just what makes money look good. So here's what happened. In 2016, Wells Fargo came under fire for opening millions of fake bank and credit card accounts without the customer's knowledge. Um, Employees created these accounts because the company set super aggressive sales targets. It employees If employees didn't meet these targets, they risked losing bonuses or even their jobs. The results were really harmful. Customers were charged fees for accounts they didn't sign up for. Some even had their credit scores damaged, which can affect things like loans, like renting apartments or trying to buy a car. Beyond the financial harm, it was massive. It was a massive breach of trust because the customers trusted the Wells Fargo and they really just did them wrong. Employees, customers, and regulators were all affected, and the leadership, while maybe not directly opening the accounts, encouraged this culture, but by rewarding employees for hitting numbers at any cost. Stakeholders here include millions of customers, employees, the bank's management, and even investors. Everyone was affected because the company prioritized profit over ethics. And getting into deontology, this ethical framework is all about duty and following moral rules. It's not about its profits or results. It's about doing the right thing and doing what's right because it's your responsibility. For example, one universal moral rule is don't lie or deceive others. Another is respect other people's rights and property. In business, that means being honest with customers, treating employees fairly, and respecting legal and ethical boundaries. Even if breaking the rules could make more money or look good short term, deontology says that you shouldn't do it at all because it violates your ethical duties. Um, and getting into the application of deontology to the scandal, applying this to Wells Fargo, it's clear the company failed its ethical duties on multiple levels. First, employees were encouraged to act dishonestly by opening fake accounts. Second, management failed to stop this behavior even though they knew it was happening. And third, customers were ignored. Their rights were ignored. They had no consent, no warning, no control over what was happening with their accounts. From deontology perspective, none of the excuses matter. Like we needed sales targets, we profits suffered otherwise. The company had a duty to act honestly and respect their customers, and they didn't. Even if the profits increase in the short term, the ethical violation is still there. The harm caused both financially and in trust shows that breaking these duties has serious consequences. And why this matters is worth noting that this scandal isn't just about money. It's about trust. Banks exist because people trust them with their money and their financial information. When a company violates that trust, it damages relationships, its reputation, it damages relationships, reputation, and even the overall public perception of the industry. Deontology reminds us that duties like honesty, fairness, and respect cannot be ignored. Because they're the foundation of ethical behavior, that still doesn't give them the right to be dishonest or go behind their customers' back that trust them with their information or their financial information. So, what should Wells Fargo have done differently using deontological lens? I'm sorry. They should have taken responsibility for the harm caused by the transparent with customers. They should compensate affected customers fairly and promptly, fix internal systems, create stronger ethics training so employees understand they must act honestly, even if it costs short-term profits. They should shift the company culture to reward ethical behavior, not just sales numbers. If the company follows these steps, it's not only doing the right thing morally, but it can also build trust with customers and the public and even their employees. In conclusion, the Wells Fargo fake account scandal is a clear example of what happens when companies prioritize profit over duty. Deontology teaches us that ethical responsibilities like honesty, fairness, and respect should always come first. Period. Companies that ignore these duties might take money short term, but they lose trust, credibility, and long term success. Ethical businesses isn't just about profits; it's about doing the right thing, especially when people's money are involved or their personal information is involved.